Oh, I just finished. And then as soon as I finished, it was like, oh, you forgot to say this or that. Now the sun's coming in weird. I always think it just looks weird. But on the Godfather, there was other stuff I wanted to talk about. Because one of the things, too, in that that really got me was, it's kind of it's a period piece. And then it shows other stuff about an even older time period. But there was so much violence. There was so much, and then if you even go further back, like to when people were settling, like when I watched that movie, or yeah, I think it was a movie the other day about the women in the times when there was settlers and stuff and homesteading. And if your husband died or something, you're fucked, man. You were fucked. You're either killed, raped. Yeah, it wasn't good. Women had a very hard time back in the day. And then when you did get with men, if they were a bad one, they could just enslave you, beat you, rape you, do whatever. There was no one there for you. And when all of the different groups were all coming to America, so it was like this, stew. I always think of the stew like, well, that's when everything was getting added in, like all these different nationalities from all these different countries. They didn't get along. They didn't like each other, and they would fight. And I think it's probably how they started developing their own. They turned it into mafia and stuff. They all had these protectors and stuff. And they'd have to protect each other from the different ones and stuff. And so when you're watching, I was just like, oh my God, there was so much crime, so much murder, and nobody even gave a shit. Like, it wasn't investigated. Nobody cared. Like, when things did start getting investigated, it was easy to get away with crime. So there was just tons and tons of murder and just people being treated horribly. And I thought it's just so weird because, like, right now there's so many people are like, this is the worst it's ever been on earth. This is so horrible, and it's the end of the world, and it's the end of earth, and all that stuff. And it's like, I think actually things have improved from what they used to be. It's improved a lot. And that would be the reason why, humans have proved themselves and are here for the harvest, because we have gone through this stuff. We have proved ourselves as beings. And so I see it very differently, but it was quite a reminder though when you're watching it, because it is brutal. Like, people just did not give a shit. And and they hated each other's different, their races didn't get along, the nationalities, like nobody got along. That wasn't that long ago, and so many of those gangsters and stuff, I mean, that's how they've infiltrated all of us in different places. Because right now it's not just America that they're trying to take over. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, it's a global takeover by these people, and they've been working on it for so long. We're like the last frontier, but there's a lot going on all at the same time. Luckily, it's all being exposed, because oh my God, if it were to keep going the way that they wanted to go, this would be a horrible place to live. It's just so I don't even know who would even want to come. I guess there would still be people who wanted to come here and incarnate, but man, if everybody here is just an AI controlled being who's turned over their energy to the controllers, like, here, yes, put these in me and, take over my body, because I don't take over my soul, my energy, direct it how you want. There's so many people that just so compliant, just do whatever. And but really, you know, our ancestors have been fighting for just survive for a long time. And when I was watching that too, I told one of my daughters, because we were talking about different ways, like of like I have a horrible fear of large animals, and that dream when I was a kid of being killed, and that I would have over and over. I couldn't even stay and go to sleep. And she had falling, and she can remember it so much in the same one. But you know, all the people have had those kind of dreams where we remember these horrible, tragic lives. So when we were talking about that, so yesterday when I was watching that, I was like, oh man, you watch these period pieces, you know for sure you've been murdered a lot of times. If you've been incarnating, you know, I don't think there's very many souls that have not ever incarnated, like their first life and they're, you know, a human. I don't think it goes like that. I thought it was good too in that show Soul, that cartoon, that how it showed like the soul went into the adult life, the adult body, and it didn't even know how to work it, because as a baby, you know, you have to learn how to work your body. You know, can I get around? Can I do this? That's all consciousness. You know, becoming aware of itself. Like what can I do? And but you even go back further in time, like the disease, there's just been so much fighting and murder for so long on this planet. And, you know, I think humans have come a long way. And if you are really stuck on like, this is the worst of times that there have ever been, you know, just go, I don't know, you got to weed through some fake history, but, you know, just go back and think about what some of the other people have gone throughout this planet. And, you know, this harvesting is well deserved for the humans, because they've been through a lot, and they've been through a lot of hard times to get to this point. And it's even going to be a better, you know, once we get through this part, once the big awakening thing happens, because then it's just, you know, all this arrogance and bullshit that we see in people is going to be switched to a much more humbling experience. So, yeah, be a lot less arrogance, a lot less, you know, I know best, do what I say, a lot less of that, a lot more of like, hey, what's your idea? You know, let's share ideas. So, okay. I felt like I had to add that in, because it's 10:10. I forgot to, oh, now I'm getting a call. But I had wanted to say that, and I always forget what I'm talking about. So, okay. Have a great day. Talk to you later.